You want to rinse each jug out with warm water to get whatever bacteria that was previously in there. I use Dawn dish soap to help clean the jugs from the inside. And what you want to do is just give it some water, and then you're going to wash it that way. You're going to shake it up real generously and repeat the process. Then you want to cut the jugs. You're going to mark your jugs by the handle, and you don't want to cut past that marking. So you're going to go all the way around the jug and stop at the tip of the marking, and then you're going to cut on the other side and stop at that tip. And I will be showing you that process here. I like to just take the scissors and snap it in the middle and just cut around the jug. And again, once you get to that tippy point of the black marker, you're going to stop. And then you're going to cut the other half, and you're going to stop at that point, so that it creates a flap opening. You're going to get rid of the bottle cap because you don't need those. My silly self cut the jug before I put the holes at the bottom of it. So that's why I have this towel here. I'm going to put that in there so I don't poke myself when poking those holes in the bottom of the jug. But make sure you do this step first. Make sure you cut the holes at the bottom of your jugs first before you chop it down in half to create that opening. I noticed with this, it is super easier to just hold it by the handle and just poke holes at the bottom. But if you do that before you put the holes at the bottom, it becomes super hard to do, and you gotta get like towels and stuff to kind of block your hands from getting stab marks. So just make sure that you're doing that correctly. I'm learning. Next, I'm going to show you the soil that I'm using for my plants. I have some cocoa coir I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use 2 of these. These 2 cocoa coir bricks, they make 2 quarts. So 2 plus 2 is 4. So I'll have a total of 4 quarts. You need hot water to burn off all the salts and bacteria. And you're just going to expand the bricks like this. Pour that hot water all over it. And then you're just going to take your shovel and just mix it through. And make sure you get all the chunks out. Make sure that it's all sifted through and it's looking just like this. You don't want it to be overly wet. You don't want it to be saturated in water, but you do want it to come out looking like dirt, as you can see. Next, you want to put in your fillers. I have some perlite, some vermiculite, and some earthworm castings, and I'll list why these are helpful for your soil. You just pour that in there, 1 parts of each. Perlite is good with preventing stagnation. It allows the amount of water to be drained freely. Vermiculite offers a great support, helps to hold the water in the plant so that it does not get dried out frequently. Worm casting is an organic alternative to compost, so you want to put that in there to help fertilize your plants. And here I am filling up the jugs with the seed starting mix that I created. And I'm just trying to use every last drop of it. And it was enough to fill 3 of these jugs. So I know going forward, at least 2 bricks and some of those ingredients that I listed earlier would fill 3 jugs. You don't want to pat it down super tight, but just loosely. Then I wanted to add my seeds. I went in to add 2 types of lettuce, and then I did a spinach as well. I wanted to see if they would grow in my backyard, so we're just going to go ahead and pour those in. I made little indentions in the soil, but this is how the seeds look. And then you just take 2 seeds for each hole, because if one doesn't grow, the other one might, and you take the strongest one. And then you see them, those are the spinach. So I just cover that up, pat it down, cover it up, pat it down. Then you want to take your duct tape and wrap it around the jug to reinforce it closed. And it's going to act as if it's a greenhouse for those plants. So I'm taking my duct tape and pulling out a long piece and just going to wrap it around the jug here. And just make sure that all sides are secure and that it isn't going to open once you are lifting up the jug when you're moving it in and out. And you just shake it a little to see if it's okay, and it is. So that's good. Then you're done. You just put them outside and let the sun and the air elements do its thing in hopes that something grows. I'm going to check back in about 2 weeks. Continue to water your plants daily, but something will grow. And then I forgot I wanted to label my jugs, so I wrote the names of the lettuce and the spinaches, and then which container it is on. The blue one's there, the Publix jug, and yeah.